everybody, welcome back to Danganronpa. Where we last left off was, we were just, what was it? Oh yeah, Junko, which turned out to be the mastermind, showed us images of the outside world on like how it was weird, like you saw people like what looked like a riot with like Monokuma heads and like stuff like the Statue of Liberty, or I think it was like the Eiffel Tower stuff had like Monokuma heads and like and all that stuff. And I was just looking at it and I'm like, what even is that? But then I was thinking like like Monokuma or Junko or whatever is like the representation of despair itself, right? So I was thinking that maybe that isn't like actually it. Like there aren't a bunch of people running around with Monokuma heads and stuff like that. It's just a bunch of people that like went awry and just spread a bunch of despair across the world, and that's probably what the tragedy was. But it was kind of tricky to figure out, and I still don't know the story. But I do not know if this is the last episode, because this is the longest class. About that. This is the longest class trial that's been in this game so far. This has been like 3 episodes worth of a trial. And it's insane. And I don't even know how to explain it. Like if I did it all in one turn, it'd probably be like, I don't know, 4 hours long or something. And usually trials, not including the ending dialogue, are about like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. But this has been going, this is like over 2 hours and it's still trial. It's been more dialogue than actual trial. But let's get back into it. So I'll see you there. Okay, so we're back. What's Junko say? About the idea. Oh, okay. Bring despair all to the mankind. So, let's get this started. The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Okay.
Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst! Everyone was enjoying themselves so much! You were all having the time of your lives!
Okay. That's
But
supposed
that
to be a
couldn't
good
last
thing.
forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year.
The second
Because
year
after
had
that,
to be
an
the
event
tragedy.
unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy.
I'm still so confused as to what that is.
All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
Man.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
I honestly can't disagree with that.
Everyone is
Like that's how
capable of it.
riots start, how wars start.
And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is
just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get
That's
back
my
to the
other
story.
one.
Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
You said not to repeat it, but you repeated it.
I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
I'm guessing it's the headmaster.
Do any of you know who that might have been?
When it turned Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolated us here, I'm guessing it was the headmaster.
I got it!
Yeah.
Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside.
Like he
That's
said
why he asked
that.
us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
And they're
We
like the
believe we had something
ultimates.
like that
So
in
that's like
mind, yes.
hope, right? And he wants to protect hope from the despair that's outside.
If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
Why?
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe
Got to be the
became
opposite.
a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all
Really?
the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
That's my favorite
Once
personality.
you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Or despair to take over hope.
This was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining
Yeah.
speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
He's literally like the opposite of hope.
It would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
That's my second favorite.
Well, why don't you tell me?
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world, that was... I don't know. I'll have to look at the clues. Huh? Hijack? Is that what it is? Yeah. by Jack. That was tricky. I absolutely had no idea what it was.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Oh.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Really?
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Wait.
Expelled them?
You mean like killed them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
That is so messed
So
up.
you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
That is so
Well,
messed
sure,
up.
but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Damn, Makoto.
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial.
So this was planned?
If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
So the whole trial was planned?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
It was kind of like Kyoko fell into their trap. It's like they were waiting for the last trial to begin.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth full of despair.
Not
That's...
to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me.
Aw.
All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Ooh, you triggered something.
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself. So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
I don't remember
so,
what that is.
What then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself?
Yeah.
Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed?
You killed everyone that tried to come to rescue us, so yeah.
What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple!
Yeah.
You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
It is.
You certainly have a talent for tossing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you?
But vote for what? We already figured out you were the killer.
And also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished.
What?
If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Huh?
If it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
Can't we just vote with Junko?
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
What?
You mean, we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
I don't trust her when it comes to what's going on the outside.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Uh-oh.
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished?
Especially when you called it like the ultimate punishment.
Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
No, they're not gonna consider it, are they?
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
Uh-oh.
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope. And your stupid life!
Final vote. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can do this.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to
This
die,
is something I'm gonna test out.
That would be the end.
Don't lose hope now.
Okay, I know exactly what to do now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place.
I'm so glad.
But to live, it's moving. So even if it's
Oh,
hard,
sorry.
even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
Nope.
I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me.
There is.
So that's why. That's why. No matter what, I need to get out of here.
Good thinking, hero.
The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
if I were to die,
Okay, next. I think Aui's next.
I decided.
By the way,
the only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Yes.
Don't lose hope now!
Okay, good. Come on, Aoi.
I've been thinking about all this,
What would Sakura say?
and I was thinking, at a time
Oh.
like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns.
Well, even though Sakura's like 10 times cooler than you are, but sure.
That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say.
But it'd sound cooler.
Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give
Okay,
up! As long as
who's
there's
next?
hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
I really like how they were trying to
that would be
confuse
the
us
end of
with
Hope's Peak Academy.
multiple decisions, but you
have faith
actually
in
have to
myself.
highlight one of them. I really like
By
that.
the way,
the air outside
Okay,
the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I
Who's
die,
next?
the purifiers,
Yapia
in other
or...
words, the communal
or
life we've
Toko?
all been living.
Don't lose
Hey.
hope now!
I don't care either way. I'm
run with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it.
Cool.
But no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
Sure.
We won't give up.
Who's
As
next?
long as there's hope, we'll
Oh, shit.
never give up.
If
Here
I
we
were
go.
to die,
It's either Kyoko or
that would be
Byakuya
the
next.
end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Let's see.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all
Kyoko's done.
all of you will
Who's
have
next?
to leave.
You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Byakuya.
Don't
Hey,
lose hope now.
come on, Byakuya.
You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't
Hey.
misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides,
Oh yeah, I
the
forgot you
Togami
said
family
that.
isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I
It's
were
the
to
theme
die,
music.
that would be the
What's
end
next?
of Hope's Peak Academy.
Come on, Kyoko.
Decided to have faith in myself.
By the way,
Okay,
the
let's
only
speed up.
reason is thanks to the say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all I can keep on living. All of you will have to go into the world outside.
Come on, Kyoko, what do you have to say?
So, will you just stop?
Don't lose hope now.
Hey. Come on, Kyoko, you got this.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing
I have a
am
feeling
sure
that
of.
this is the last episode.
He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here.
Yes.
I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely.
Like what?
You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
Ah, so it's like fate.
You came here to confront despair without ever giving up.
You could say he's the ultimate hope.
And if that's true, I think we could call you the
Am I a
ultimate hope.
fortune teller or
What do
something?
you think?
What the hell are you?
The ultimate hope has been added to the Love Honor.
So uncool. Your
Hell no,
stupid faces,
I'm super cool.
the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Oh my god, that reminds me of Leon.
Lame, lame!
Remember how he said shut up, shut up, shut up? Not any kind of elite and I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you can develop, but still. I still. Come on. Let's face off.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your mercy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
You're unbearable.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
No.
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
Suffer from despair.
No.
final strike,
Despair
the
into
ultimate
tomorrow.
hope.
This hope keeps on
Pow! Whoa, 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 whoa. And the ultimate despair has been defeated.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away.
Hell yeah.
I refuse to despair.
Hell
Because
yeah.
all I
Come on,
have going
Makoto,
for
say it
me
louder.
Is the desire to keep moving forward.
Say it loud and proud.
Going on? What's happening?
You're gonna get F'd in the A by Makoto, of all people. Hell yeah, I did it. I won. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, give me that A+. I'm happy now.
It
Let's
looks
see
like
that
we've reached the
execution.
end. I think it may be time to vote.
Yes.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
Yeah. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Can't wait to see that lovely execution, and I can't believe I just said that. But... yeah. I'm so happy. If the game ends just here, this is gonna be like the shortest video in like all of it.
Indeed.
You lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No way.
Well, that's just...
It can't be! Sorry about that. You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable. The onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just...
Well, that's just...
totally the best!
Oh, right, I forgot she has some, like, weird fetish. It's despair.
So this is despair.
Came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
To come this far and fail at the very end
True
is the
despair.
most ultimate despair. What are you talking about?
And now I...
Don't you see? I was hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. I have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
Ah, I am so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway,
Sorry. Anyway, so are you prepared to admit defeat? Think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We'll no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone!
hey,
We said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however,
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us and see how true that is. Kyoko!
No.
Ah, stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making! To see those awful looking, those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
Fine. Let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, maybe you'll find some hope. But there is a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you'd still plan to cling to your hope. Of course, because we...
It's fine.
Shut up, shut up! That was a rhetorical question! You interrupted my monologue! I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
You really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it!
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it! Oh, she was saying it. What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste the despair of death that only gets you once in life. So...
Don't get in my way!
Okay. Gee.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this.
Gosh, she's crazy.
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oof. Junko has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Ooh. Oh, she's... It's creepy how, like, proud she is. Yeah, that's part of Celeste's execution, isn't it? And that's part of Leon's. And that part of Mondo's. Is she literally gonna combine all executions in one? Oh my god. The 1000 blows. The cage of death. The burning of the Versalius witch. Excavator destroyer. What the hell is going on? Blast off. After school lesson. Jesus. Girl is freaky. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Let's say emergency something. But now. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko and Oshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy was all over. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Wow. Monokuma hair tie. Even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. I just... Yes. Let's see that baby girl. Door open! We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I almost felt absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck here in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end...
Hey,
Can't just we can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. Nobody's surprised it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you like to do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until now, the moment of her death, it belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it for us.
So,
But, is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
Even so, impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about.
my beautiful
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam him up so far up. Huh? Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? All over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside? And that means me and Master can get married? And then he'll give me a job. No.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still
you're
thinks
serious.
maybe when we get out of here, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of the door is a world as peaceful as we can remember. A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. There also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it. That by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward to no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
you got it.
Well, my first stop is gonna be to the closest donut shop. We can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
What are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll grow some wheat. I get it now.
Hmm.
There's no road, you gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin.
Woo!
Thanks, Hina. You totally opened up my eyes. Hey, personal space buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, I have some sort of impact. What can we do? There's so few of us. We're so small. So what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything. Let's see that door open.
Guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
Oh, well, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
I guess so. Looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward, with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. Are we going to see the outside? The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands, hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. See that world outside. Let me guess, it's just gonna be a bright white light and then end. Come on, I wanna see. Is it nice and sunny or messed up like Junko said? Did I win? I finished the game. My god, this was one of the best games ever. I don't even know how to explain how much fun I had. It was definitely different from any other RPGs I've played. This one had a consistent story, and not only that, there was character development. There was, I don't know, plot twist after plot twist. Oh my god, do I love my plot twist. But I loved every single part of it. Everything. Let me say my yes and no's for each character. Starting with Makoto. I really did like Makoto, but I honestly don't think he had like that sort of like main character protagonist toughness that like a regular anime character or a character in general would usually portray. But again, I did love his positivity and all that stuff, and it just really made my day. How he spread hope and all that kind of stuff. Kyoko, everything. I didn't hate a single thing about her. I love how like smart and insightful she was. How she always like, I loved her like mysterious side. And I loved how much she like cared at the very end, not only for Makoto, but for everyone else too. And she was practically perfect. What's next? Byakuya. At first I didn't think I was gonna like Byakuya. I found him pretty like pretentious and snobby and all that kind of stuff. It's usually something I really hate from people. But for some reason, like the character, after a while, the character that he portrayed made me like him. I don't even know why. I think I just have a thing. I have a thing when characters are like either like super evil or super insane and stuff, or I don't know, like crazy in general, stuff like that. I really like that. I don't know why. Anyway, I liked him. Let's see, Toko. I honestly don't know why I liked Toko. I liked her because she was funny, for one. Let's see, the Genocide Jack story part, I didn't really care for it very much. It just wasn't as like, oh my gosh, this is like so surprising. I kind of like saw it coming during the investigation. So it wasn't that big of a thing. I just loved how like funny she was and like how she would make some erotic jokes once in a while. Who else? Survivors. Yasuhiro. He was pretty annoying times, like, how should I say, like, during the class trials, like in the first part of the Mukuro case, how he kept saying, like, oh no, that's not Kyoko, it's a ghost, or all that kind of stuff. No, like, that kind of stuff, like, really, like, annoyed me at times. Like, all I wanted to do was, like, get into the story and go through the trial and all that stuff. But no, he had to delay it. But what I did like about him is that every time he would say like one of his superstition things, it would be pretty funny. So I liked that. Aoi, I hated everything. I'm sorry to all you Aoi fans or Hina fans or what you call her. I'm sorry, I just hated her. She was so annoying. I don't know, like she gave off these vibes that like annoyed me. I don't even know how to explain it right. And I especially started hating her after the Sakura trial. How she was saying stuff like, oh, since Sakura died, we all deserve to die. Even though it was like Makoto, for example, he believed in her, and for some reason, Aoi was like, no, that's not enough. You're gonna die along with everyone else. Which is a big no. I hated her even more after that. Guess that's all the survivors. Everyone else, I liked everyone. Everyone who didn't survive. I liked Leon. I liked Chihiro. I liked Taka. Oh wait, is this something? Da, 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 da.
Interesting.
No way.
Things are getting very interesting indeed.
Don't tell me Junko survived somehow. If so, then I don't even know anymore.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Yeah. You're receiving Easter egg. But yeah. Anyway, who was I listing? Yeah, Leon, Chihiro. I surprisingly grew close to Taka after the Chihiro case. I don't even know why, but there, after a while, I just started like sympathizing him and stuff, and I felt bad for him. And he just like grew on me. Celeste, I love Celeste. I don't know why. I think like I don't know why. There are just some sort of reasons why I like and don't like characters that probably don't make sense to others. But I loved Celeste so much. Who else? I did like Sakura, but not like on the level that I liked, I don't know, like Byakuya and Kyoko and Celeste and stuff. Like she wasn't on the same level as them. But she wasn't in my hated list like Hiro or Aoi was. Um, Everyone else, Sayaka, she was really annoying. Mondo, I didn't hate him, but he wasn't my favorite character. Like, I didn't really enjoy having to talk to him all the time. Hifumi was another annoying character. That's it. Junko, God, I felt so satisfied when it was revealed that Junko is the mastermind. I was like, I can't believe it's been like, I don't know, it was like 5 or more videos that I've already actually guessed who the mastermind really was and I've gotten it right. Like, wow. Wow, okay? Just wow. But we're back at the title screen. I love this game so much. It was amazing. And I know that there are 2 other ones. I actually know that there are more. I know there's one called Despair Girls, I think it was. I'm not going to be playing that one. It seems kind of boring. But I will definitely be playing the second one because I heard that a lot of people really like that one. I'm also going to be playing the third one. Please, no spoilers. But yeah, and also I'll probably take a break from Danganronpa. I don't know, I'll probably play something smaller. Like, I don't know, I have a few games stored away that like I have Persona 3 FES that I've wanted to play for the longest time, so maybe I'll play that and along the way start Danganronpa 2. I don't really know what it's called. I think it's called Goodbye Despair. I don't really remember. And yeah. So for the last time, I am going to say thank you very much for watching Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all. Bye.